Hello, this is William. I am part of the product marketing team at GitLab. And in this video, I want to talk about burndown charts. So in my previous video, I talked about how to use issues, epics, milestones, and roadmaps. While I was talking about milestones, I forgot to talk about the burndown chart. So this is a video just to talk a little bit about that. So if we look here at a milestone, if you want to know about that, check out the previous video. But we know that a milestone is a particular period in time. Let's say these next 2 weeks, what am I going to get done between June 15th and June 28th? Whatever I think I can get done in that time period when I'm planning out my work, I add issues to that milestone. My team might add all of their team issues to this milestone, which is actually how this one works. And then we have this chart. So when I'm looking at a specific milestone, this chart is going to show me how many issues are in that milestone and what's our progress look like. So for example, here, we started on June 15th. We thought there are 22 things we can get done. So we put 22 issues into this milestone in the next 2 weeks. And then as we got stuff done, you can see the time frame in which things were closed. And so here we still have 15 things left to do in the next 2 days. So there's a couple things going on here. Either people have gotten stuff done and they haven't marked it, which is no good if you mark it done, that way you get some visibility, or there's some things that are gonna slip into the next milestone. So if these 15 things don't get done by Friday, tomorrow, then we'll move them into the next 2 weeks, which is the next milestone. But that's what this burndown chart is showing. It's showing you the progress of how things are closing. I can see, for example, within this milestone, the people that are participating in it, this is my team. All of these people have issues that they are assigned within this milestone. I can see the set of labels, all of the issues that are part of this milestone, what labels are they categorized with. I can see there's no merge requests. If there were, that were part of this milestone. And here are the issues, and I can see if there are any unstarted issues, meaning there's an open issue, it's assigned to the milestone, but nobody's assigned to it yet. That would be, nobody's going to start this issue. Once it's open and it has an owner, so for example, this kick off the market requirements, it's opened, it's part of the Bangalore milestone, and it's assigned to me. So this is one that I'm working on, and here it shows as open and started. And then if it gets closed, so for example, this roadmap issue, this is a completed issue. We can see that it was open. It's part of the Bangalore milestone, which is this 2 weeks, and it's closed. Jordy was assigned. He did the work. He's completed it, and it shows it's closed, and that's one of these issues that's been closed. So this is the milestone view within GitLab. This is what the burndown chart is. I don't use this one a ton. This is more like if you're managing an entire team or an entire project with a lot of different people and you're trying to see a sense of the work. That's what this view is for. But for most parts, if you have an issue and you're assigned an issue, it'll show up here. So I'll probably do one more video where we talk a little bit about issues and boards, but just wanted to give you this quick view of the milestone view with the burndown chart.